Hold on.
Thanks for hanging out with us today, my man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Couple Kitchener Kings hanging out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the funny thing is like I've been watching your videos for a little while. Not a little while, actually a lot. I got a funny story, but hang on. Okay, we're good. So we're just kicking on. I've been watching your videos for like a little while. It's funny how you say Kitchener Kings because I had no idea that you were like in the area. So
yeah.
Funny story. So I'm like, just scrolling. I love your shirt, by the way, because I just saw your new video you just put out. I was just like sitting in my bed with my wife, just watching. I was watching like videos, like just scrolling the reels, and like your reel came up about like all I want to do is lay in bed and eat spicy Doritos. And I started laughing. I started dying laughing. I'm like, this guy is like, this can't be. But then as I further and further, as the night got on, I just kept watching more and more of your videos and laughing so hard. Now my wife's like, you have to stop. You got to stop watching these videos. You have like, you need to breathe. Because you're laughing so hard you can't breathe.
Yeah, there's a time and a place.
Yeah, man, your videos are hilarious.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I didn't quite remember. So is your first name Jonathan? I saw your email come in and I was just trying to double check. I didn't want to say the wrong name.
Yeah, you can call me Jonathan.
Well, let's do that. You want to be Jonathan? Sure. I was like, do I call him Bungalow? I was like, I didn't know how
Anything
to
you want.
Anything okay. Hey, you behind the bushes. How are you doing? So man, like I say, huge fans, but I just kinda what we wanted to do is just check in and like say what's up and hang out. I'm not sure if you've been on a podcast before or looks like you got this set up.
I've done a couple that were way more uncomfortable than this seems. So
way more. That's our vibe though.
Yes. I'm glad we don't get the please God, I'm gonna go lock my doors in case they find my location.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got the pro setup. I actually in my day job I'm like an audio video technician kind of guy, so I've got everything.
I was wondering, I was like, well, that microphone doesn't look like it was bought at the dollar store.
No. Nope.
And I really like your light ring you have in the background. I'm sure yours works unlike ours.
Yeah. Well, I've got my whole setup behind me. I've got a green screen over here. I've got the light ring, so I can kind of just plug in, and it takes me like half an hour to write and record and edit a video, so I can pump them out pretty quickly.
We tried to turn on our O-ring today, and
our O-ring?
Is that what it's called?
No,
the circle ring.
Light ring.
We tried to turn on our light ring today, and then it didn't go on.
It shite the bed.
So then I'm like, okay, got Amazon Prime. Maybe it'll be here by this afternoon. I'm still waiting for the Ring app to go off with them to drop it off. So
yeah. Well, I went for the $200 ring light, so I'm trying to
not have that happen.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to make that money. I gotta be pro.
It's a green screen too. This isn't really the flag. It's not really here.
That's a green. Yeah, it's not really there. This is just fake.
You're doing the live green screen.
Yeah.
That's not Stomp and Tom, and that's not Jesus.
Yeah, you got a full weather setup going on.
Yeah, we're gonna let you know when the low pressure system is gonna be coming in the afternoon.
Overcast in this area right
here. Yeah. Well, you're not making any money podcasting, so you got to make it somehow, right?
Hey, you know what we're making is cans of Wavemaker Brewery beer. That's that's actually what we're making.
Oh hell yeah!
That's how. So I want to hear your story. So you grew up in this area, KW area. We're the KW Kings.
I grew up like downtown Kitchener, and my parents still live there, so I'm there every once in a while. Moved to Toronto when I was 18 to do music and just worked kind of like random jobs while I was there. And now I live in London, so.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah. I like London, man. It's good. It's kind of in between Kitchener and Detroit, so it's not too bad.
Cross the border a lot?
Yeah, we go down there quite a bit. It's actually Detroit's underrated, man. I love it down there.
All right.
Yeah, we know a guy who makes horrible smoking pipes that lives in London.
No, he doesn't live in London.
Doesn't he?
What's it called?
St. Thomas?
St. Thomas is not London. It's
close.
Yeah, St. Thomas is like, it's close. My girlfriend has a bakery in Elmer.
What?
Which is like, yeah, Elmer. I don't know if you've seen the news, but it's like pretty crazy right wing out there. But yeah, St. Thomas, Elmer, London, all similar.
It's very close.
Tomato.
I'm just kidding, Nate.
Yeah, Nate. Have a good time not being on work for the next 6 months if you hear this. That's what he just told me.
I saw that.
So I gotta go back though. So were you always into music? Were you always like into music in high school, growing up? Like, what did you do as a kid? Like, were you in like extracurricular activities and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, no sports, ever.
Okay.
Like I went to judo camp and like didn't know you could fail until the last day, and I couldn't do a cartwheel, and they're like, well, you can't get the upgrade on your belt or whatever. So that was the last time I tried to do anything athletic.
Sorry, man.
But yeah, I bought like a recording interface when I was 14, and just have been kind of making songs ever since then. I've gone through a lot of different genres since I was in high school. I played folk music, and then I was in a punk band for like 3 or 4 years, grinding it out in Toronto, and now I'm kind of doing like more solo music and stuff like that.
Your vibe is definitely like a Bruce Springsteen. That's the vibe I get. I don't know if that
Thank
was
you. Yeah. No, I've heard like I've been called the internet Bruce Springsteen before.
Okay.
And I'll take it. Like that's definitely what I'm going for. So
what was that thing from Walking Hard? He's like some people say that you're a lot like what's his name? The guy that the monkey with the overbite.
Oh, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Some people say I sound like Bob Dylan. Maybe Bob Dylan sounds like me.
Yeah, he sounds like maybe Bruce Springsteen sounds like our friend.
Yeah. Well, we recently got a DUI, so
got a DUI, baby. Yeah. I get that. I get that
and
vibe.
I mean, his excuse was like fans kept buying him shots, and you can't say no. You can't say no to a fan buying you a shot of tequila. So
you can, but I'm pretty sure if a cop pulls him over and is like, shit, Bruce Springsteen, like is he even driving himself? Well, let me guess, was he driving like an old like Chevy SS?
I think he was on a motorcycle.
All right, even better. That's even worse. That's
safer.
Better.
That's safer.
Yeah,
so much. He's only got 2 wheels to worry about.
My God.
Yeah, since my videos started getting popular in the last 2 years over the pandemic, or a year, I guess. I haven't been out there in public, so I haven't really been like noticed or anything very much. So I haven't run into the problem of people buying me too many shots yet.
Yeah,
but
you're not signing babies yet.
Yeah,
almost
that's next year.
Practice. You like get some neighbors to drop off their kids, like signing. I don't know,
boobs and babies,
dude. Yeah. Like it's so I didn't realize how I'm gonna apologize right off the bat. I didn't realize how large your videos had the spectrum. But Ernie and I've been doing this podcast for like 3 to 10 years. I don't even know anymore. And I was like, man, this guy seems hilarious. And I thought you were in California for sure. I thought like this guy's in California. He's been living the dream. I'm like, literally, I was like pounding. I was like drinking. I was having a beer, just like drinking beers, hanging out at home. I'm like, I want to see if like I got a shot in the dark here. See if we can get this guy. And then you were just like, yo, what's up? Let's do it. And you're like, I'm from the KW area. I was like, what?
Well, as soon as I saw that you guys were from there, and I had some of my friends are following you, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Like, I'm gonna, I mean, if you guys were down south, then maybe I would have taken a little longer to respond. But no, I saw you're in Kitchener, and I've got I've got the California mindset with the London, Ontario budget, I guess.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Jeremy sent me your videos when I was in Mexico. He's like, hey, I know you're probably drunk with tequila right now, but watch this.
Yeah. You and Bruce are down there living it up.
Yeah. I'm trying not. I'm trying to dodge motorcycles.
Oh my God. So how did this kind of like, how did you like, you know what? I'm going to start making these videos. Like, obviously you've been doing music, and I was just, like I say, I really liked it. So I wanted to say before we get into like talking about the videos is like, thank you for putting in the work about being a man for us, putting in that work. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. that work you've been putting in. I listened to that song and it changed my life. So just wanted to say thank you for the work you've been doing.
Appreciate it. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah, of course.
Every time I post about my original music, I lose like 3,000 followers. Because everyone's like, I'm here for the videos, motherfucker. Get back to it.
Let's keep this train going here, pal.
Yeah.
No. I love that. I was actually doing my odds and ends, bits and bobs, driving around getting groceries, and I had your tunes cranked in my my truck as I was driving around, and people were looking at me, and I was just like giving them thumbs up and being like, "This is what's up, baby!" And
hell yeah,
we're jamming, man. So
that's what I like to hear.
You're out in the world, buddy. You're out in the world. So you're saying 2 years ago, you're just like, so how did this like? What was the genesis of these like hilarious videos?
Yeah, it was like, thankfully I was able to work from home over the pandemic, so I had a lot of free time to kind of get back and start doing more music. And I noticed that like my pictures wouldn't do as well on Instagram anymore, and it seemed like things are kind of moving over to this like video format. So I uploaded a couple videos of just like some silly stuff on Instagram, and then it kind of became a thing of like people telling me I should get on TikTok, because after a while my friends on Instagram were like, we get it, move on, like stop, whatever. So TikTok is kind of just like, I really fought against it for a while because I didn't understand. I thought it was like a children's dancing app.
I did too.
Yeah, and my girlfriend really kind of pushed it because she's like, if you hop on TikTok, you can kind of do whatever you want, and because none of my peers are on there, so I could kind of tap into a new fan base or whatever. So I started doing them more and more on TikTok and got like a little following there. But the first video I did that really took off was a parody of Waterloo, the song Waterloo. I don't even know who it's by anymore. ABBA?
Yeah, yes, ABBA. It's ABBA,
yeah. And it was Waterloo, I can no longer afford to live in you. So it was about like Kitchener-Waterloo. And that one really took off, and it was like the first time I think it got around 300,000 views. But just like skyrocketed, having 0 followers to like 10,000 or something. So I kind of started pushing TikTok way more. Didn't start pushing Instagram until like maybe 2 months ago.
No way.
I've been only existing on TikTok really, because that's kind of where the niche was. And it's still an app where people can take off. Like, it's tough to take off on YouTube, but I think TikTok is kind of untapped for a lot of musicians, or it was a year ago.
And it's interesting that you said when you post your own music, you lose followers, because like that, your videos and like your vibe kind of brought me into your music. And I was like, this is like, I'm still laughing because it's still like, right. I don't know if it's intentional, but you're like.
Definitely. Like, I'm trying to bridge the gap a lot. Like, yeah. I think if people can appreciate the videos, they'll see the comedy in the music too. But I still want to take the music seriously and like make it sound good. But I don't want it to be like slapstick potty humor on my songs. But on the videos, like, I can kind of get away with that a little more.
Yeah, your music has like these like, you just kind of slide it in there. You're just like letting people know like this is actually kind of funny. And I was like, what? This like, I think I was brushing my teeth listening to one of the songs this morning and being like, what did he just say? Like I had to go back and you slip it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, before I started the whole Bungalow Johnathan persona, like I mentioned I was in a punk band, and the punk band is called Gene Daddy. Which is just a total other persona of mine, of this like gross, middle-aged punk rock and roll guy who's washed up. And I think like once I decided that I like being in a persona, it just like the Bungalow stuff was so much easier to take off and to make content for.
Have you noticed like with social media that it's like the different type of platforms are becoming very generational. Like I follow a lot of video DJs that are very, very close to watching this stuff, and they're going like, okay, now that the moms and dads are kind of taking over Facebook, it's kind of becoming uncool. So that's why you're seeing all these other platforms pop up. Like not that Twitter popped up because of that, but like you're seeing more the younger generation taking over Twitter, and then they've got more access to devices and stuff like that because of the age group is coming up to where they're able to use that stuff, and they can watch that stuff. So are you noticing that, like, as you post more videos, you're noticing that like you're getting less and less from Facebook and Instagram and more on TikTok, or has it always been on TikTok?
I don't like
TikTok, right?
I think Instagram has been on cool for a decade. And I don't know how to tap into it. I have no idea, but I think like a lot of people who were big on Facebook are now kind of taking over Instagram. So it's like the majority, like 90% of my followers are like middle-aged military wife, like Facebook moms.
Okay.
I don't get it, but
Brad.
But yeah, TikTok I think has really niche communities too. Like a lot of these creators and a lot of people who are older are kind of there to watch. And I think like a lot of my followers are between 30 and 40, 25 to 40, around that age demographic. I don't see any videos of kids on TikTok. They don't really interact with me. I don't interact with them. It's the algorithm is so specific where it's brought me to other niche like musicians and comedy kind of stuff. So I think you can, there's those definitely little niche communities.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I really, really enjoy Twitter just because
Twitter
TikTok, sorry. Because like it really does, like you say, you can kind of what you're watching is what they design your feed
algorithm.
Towards. Yeah. Whereas like Instagram has turned into like this for my free shit, right?
Right. Well, Instagram also they replaced the post button with a shop now button. Like it's the most fucking like ridiculous ploy to get people to buy shit of like like a Nathan Fielder level ploy to be like, let's get rid of the post button and put a little shopping icon.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like when they send you those little things to say, hey, give us $5 and we'll boost your ads. It's like, no, you fucking will not.
No.
Every single time I post something, 1 second later, it's like, you should really try boosting this post and giving us $30 or whatever it is.
Is it on a comment or is it from Instagram?
No, it's on Instagram.
On Instagram, it'll be like a little ad will pop up to ask me to promote it. But the whole like kind of demographic has changed, or the way you can blow up on Instagram has changed. Because I gained like 70,000 followers in a month on Instagram just from posting on Reels. Because Reels is untapped and they're really trying to push it. So if I post a picture, it'll maybe get 500 likes, but if I post a Reel, it's gonna get blasted out there.
Yeah, I remember I posted one of your videos, and I think I got like probably like 7 people. Like I like sent it to people like a bunch. You have like a meme group, right? Where you're like on your chat, you're like, so I had like my meme group, and I sent it to them, and I sent it to a bunch of other bros and other people, and they were like instant follow. They're like, people were just dying laughing. And I gotta ask, like, so it's interesting you're talking about the demographic, because there's no way like a 20-year-old guy who's just like living, he's not vibing with, I just ate a half a block of cheese while making dinner. Like I vibe with that. I'm like, I did do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you put stuff out, people I will. I'm gonna sit in my bed and eat spicy Doritos. Like, I'm going to. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
I don't understand, like, if I somehow see a video made by a 20-year-old, I'm like I'm 26, but if I see those videos of the like a new generation or whatever, it's so confusing. I'm like, is this comedy, or is it not satire? Are you taking this seriously? Like, it's totally over my head. So
Yeah, I don't know if you've realized, but you've definitely tapped into a vibe that everybody relates with. I think that's the cool thing about what you do is like it's very relatable and it's funny. Like the one about like all I'm gonna do is eat carbs. I can't remember what was it.
Well, a lot of my videos have something to do with food.
Yes, so yeah, it's you got some bangers, man. Oh my god, seriously, I was dying laughing. Like I fell into this web of your humor, and I just slowly like was rolling around in it and just got lost, and like to the point where I was like, it wasn't my wife's like, I've never heard you laugh this hard before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that was
well, yeah, I don't remember half the videos I made because for a period of time I was making like 4 or 5 TikToks a week. Just like because the app is like if you watch kind of any videos on like how to grow your account, people are like, you need to be posting 4 times a day, and you need to be doing all this stuff. So I was really grinding it out, and then about a month ago, I was like, what am I doing here? I need to take a step back, and now I make like 1 video a week, maybe 1 or 2 a week, and I'm more focusing on like promoting my music and stuff like that. But yeah, it's almost like the goal for a lot of creators on TikTok is just to get more followers, but it's really hard to tap into your follower base. Like I have 270,000 over on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
like 90,000 on Insta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I post a video on TikTok that's talking about my music, it'll maybe get 10,000 views, even though I have the 200. I have over 300,000 followers across both.
I get you.
So
I get you.
Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I'm taking a step back from it right now.
Yeah, you should be promoting your music, man. We're gonna promote the hell out of your music when this episode comes out. Hell yeah, we are. Oh man, what were we gonna?
I was gonna ask you. So like, when you do a video, from when you record it to when you post it, how long is that process?
Yeah, right now, like I usually just post it right away. I know there's some different like videos that say like there's optimal posting times, but I kind of stopped paying attention to that because I feel like it's a lottery. It's completely random.
That's for sure. Yep.
So for a while I was I'd get off work at 4, come home, record a video, and post it at 5 or 6. And then sometimes it would take off overnight, or sometimes it's a slow burn.
We have the same thing with our videos on TikTok. We've just in the last since January been doing it.
It's fucking odd, eh?
It's weird. So I'll post something in the morning or like 10 o'clock, and then by like 5 o'clock, it's like I get like 4 reviews. But then overnight, it's like people wake up. I wake up in the next day and it's got like 700 views, 800 views. I'm like, what happened overnight? Like it just makes it's weird. And then I've done it another time, maybe like closer to, I don't even know. Makes no sense. You're like, that's an interesting way of putting it. It is like the lottery. You're just like, what? Yeah. Like, how did this even like go up?
But the way videos are pushed out changes like week to week or month to month. Like, because when I was starting out, it would be the same where I'd post a video and then 4 hours later it'd start getting pushed out. But right now, when I post a video, immediately it shows it to 4,000 people, and it's almost like it's deciding, like, okay, how did those people react to this? And then 4 hours later, it'll start pushing it out, and it's weird. The algorithm works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, it's like some Harry Potter shit going on. Yeah. So what is the benefit? Like, so have you ever been contacted by TikTok being like, hey, your videos are doing great. Like, what can we do for you? Or is it completely silent on their end?
No, I think it's pretty messed up how TikTok interacts with people. Like,
okay,
I could see there'd be people who have 1 million followers, their account gets banned, and then you can't appeal it, you can't call anyone. Like, I put no stock into the TikTok account because it could be gone tomorrow. Like,
oh my god, dude.
because I used to post videos that were a little more racy, like, and those have all been like reported and taken down, like old videos. Yeah, because I did. Am I allowed to say cuss words?
Yes, cuss and swear. Oh, Jesus, Jeff Murphy. Yeah.
Instead of girls just want to have fun, I said moms just want to fuck their sons. And it was like a whole. And like I knew that one was just going a little too far. But like after 2 months, it got taken down.
Yeah. Oh my god,
dude!
So I got to stick to like the carbohydrates videos.
Yeah, Doritos, eating cheese. You do like it's funny, but it's like I was gonna talk about this later. I had this question, but it's funny how like where do you come up with this? Like are you just like you seem like a funny guy? Like I feel like we gotta have a beer sometime. The three of us like we'll take you out. Come into Cambridge. We'll take you out for a beer. Like you just seem like a funny guy. I know that my cousin. Well, so he was one of the guys I sent your videos to a couple months ago. And he's like, I've seen this guy in the punk band. So I'm pretty sure he saw your band play.
Oh, really?
And I think he hung out with you at a party or something. I'm like, you're just saying that, just full shit.
We used to play at Chainsaw all the time in Waterloo.
Yeah, that's where he's from. He'd hang out in Waterloo, but he said that. But I don't know, Kyle, you're lying. It's so like. You're for me, you kind of seem like a comedian. Like you're hilarious. You know that, right? You're hilarious. Like
I appreciate that. I can't admit it though.
Yeah, okay, I'll admit it for you. We'll promote you as a comedian. I'm gonna write that down here. Yeah. But like anyone can make a video. Anyone can sit there and go like I can make a video, and people go, "You're an idiot." Like, what are you doing? But you have like you have these it's your what do you call it? It's like a tempo. You have like a tempo with it. And then it just lands, and then you're just like straight-faced because you're not reacting to it yourself. You're just kind of putting it out into the universe and then letting it land.
Right.
So how are you, like, not to give things away, but are you just, like, sitting and you're just like, yeah, I did eat a block of cheese.
Yeah, like if it makes you laugh, are you putting it out kind of deal?
Yeah. Well, first I want to say that, like, with my music, with the punk band, with all of this stuff, I just don't take myself seriously anymore. And I know a lot of my old friends are like probably seeing this stuff and being like, this is cringe. What is this guy doing? But like, I've kind of just stopped like taking myself so seriously. Especially in music. I think a lot of local bands could really benefit from just like stop being self-serious assholes. Once I started Gene Daddy and started playing shows, people really responded to like the ridiculousness of it. And I think like I just fed off of that. Obviously there's so many people who have done it before. Like I love Tim and Eric and all that like old Adult Swim
Zach
comedy. That kind of stuff like is obviously a huge inspiration for me. But with actually writing the process, I usually find the song first and just try and if I can find one rhyming word that makes me giggle, then it's over. It's like I can write the song in literally like under 5 minutes. If I can just find like the one cadence. I don't know if you've noticed, I also like to fit as many words as possible into like, sometimes it doesn't really make sense.
You fit it in the beats there for sure.
I just need to find one rhyming word that makes me laugh, and then I can kind of go from there.
It's a beautiful thing. It's so funny. I think the funniest, like I said, the funniest one is like, so I watched a couple of them in a row, and then I love Doritos and I love spicy Doritos, and then I'm just like, I was like flipping through. I'm like, oh my, and then you're like, all I want to do is sit in bed. And I'm like that. And then I started laughing because I'm like, I laugh because that's things that I would say and like would joke around. And like I said, it just lands because I'm just like, my God, this guy's like, am I the same person? Like, what's happening here?
Well, with writing songs that are referencing like those types of brands too, I noticed on TikTok that those brands don't understand how to like make a viral video. So I made a video about Subway.
You did,
yeah, and that's still my most popular video. I got 8 million views, and it was like I noticed early on that brands will interact with a video if they're mentioned.
No way.
So like Subway commented on that, even though it was like kind of negative about Subway, they commented like, this is a bop, and then everyone in the comments are like, fuck you, you bitch ass sub, like going after Subway. Like, get out of here, you disgusting corporation. And I just love it. Like, you know, sometimes I just let the audience take it away from me, and they, you know, I'm not saying any of this shit. They're saying this stuff, so that's super fun.
Man, that'd be
still haven't been able to get Doritos to send me anything.
Yeah, hey, send me a box. Don't we know somebody who works at Lay's?
Yeah, I can try to see what I can do.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Yeah, that's all I want. I want the like runoffs, like those huge disposable bags of Doritos that they get rid of.
The not so triangles.
You know what? Let's put a word in from our homie here. We know a guy who's like runs like the shipping and receiving.
Yeah. Well, that plant's in Cambridge, right?
Yeah. He's our homie.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I was gonna say like which one of my useless ideas that I have for people that do stuff was like lean into like not making fun of, but doing like funny videos of like products like Tide cold water. I could already think of one right now. And another one for you, just again.
Here we go.
Take it or leave it. You actually doing a cartwheel right now, and then saying that you just gave yourself your fucking judo thing?
I have a black belt, bitch.
I do not have the space for that. I've also gained like 80 pounds in the last couple of years, so it's not gonna happen.
Oh, it could be a back one.
You can edit yourself doing a spin, my dude.
Just like, you know how they do have you standing there and then somebody else doing the cartwheel and then you standing up? Just be like
with the wig.
Oh yeah, I need a stunt double.
The wig falls off, but cartwheel.
Yeah. Have somebody doing it. It's like a guy, like a very large gentleman with a wig on, and the wig falls off, and then you standing there like this, like, I did it.
Like, fuck you, judo
camp. Okay, that's actually a good recommendation, but a lot of people DM me like, oh man, you got to write a song about this, and like some people actually write all the lyrics and send it to me, and they're always horrible. And I'm like, you don't understand my style of comedy. People think that I make shit jokes all the time, but I've never made like a potty humor type joke. But people are like always sending me those, like, oh, you got to make this.
Oh, God.
And then that takes all the fun out of it for me, man. I want to write it myself.
I wouldn't even want to read those because, like, what if you were like in the middle of doing something and then someone's like, you should write a video about Doritos? You're like, damn it, man, you just ruined it. Like,
yeah, they're gonna want credit.
Leave the Doritos out of this. Like,
no, I want no credit, but if it does, I'm.
No, you can. We'll kill him. You never know what's going on.
Oh no, we're doing the stunt double. That's gonna happen.
All right,
this summer.
You do it. Yeah. And then all we want is go like this. Give us a wink.
Yeah, give it a.
Don't even go. Don't even say anything about it.
Just do a wink and make the sound. Ding.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll know. We'll know it's you.
Yeah.
It's also funny. Like, so some of your videos you kind of talk about like serious things like depression and stuff. It's funny that you like it's funny, but it's like, you know, it's serious. It's kind of like a topic going around. Like, I know a lot of people that deal with like seasonal depression. So like when you made that video, I showed it to a couple people and they're just like, that's funny. Like, it's like seasonal depression is over and I just have my regular depression. Like, you know, that hits too. But it's also just like, you know, like that's a different kind of humor where you're making it for an audience that goes like, thanks, man. Like, thanks for doing that.
Yeah. Well, I think like ever since I was a kid, I mean, I've like dealt with it my whole life, and I've seen video or like memes about depression ever since I was like 14, and it always made me laugh about it. It's another thing about not being self-serious, because you know, if you make a comment about depression and someone gets really hurt by it, I don't know, that's kind of on them. Right. I think a lot of people who deal with the same stuff like can kind of laugh about it, even if they're just relating to it. Yeah. You know, I've noticed like you can kind of, there is definitely a line, but you can kind of joke about it and people will relate to it.
Absolutely. And that's just the scene. I feel like that's the key for you. Like, it's very relatable comedy. and it's like it's easy to access too, because sometimes like, but then again, like Ernie and I have the exact same humor where like we like Zach Galifianakis, like that those one-liners, or like why is he wearing a wig, you know, like why these giant martini glasses and going outside and like, you know what I mean, like it's like, was it 3 boys living in a house, 3 boys, like it's like just 3 boys living in a house, like, you know what I mean, like that's like I get it, but the funny thing is not a lot of people, it doesn't always land, but man, yeah, you own the airport of landing, so.
Yeah, I mean, some like I have videos that don't do well too, and it's like, you know, maybe too many levels of like a reference or whatever.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's why a lot of my fan base who maybe, you know, they relate to the super relatable ones, but if they check out my music,
yes,
I don't think a lot of people can tell that it's a joke. And like have a hard time being like, you know, not understanding what I'm referencing musically, right? So yeah, I think that's where I've like fallen a little flat, because some of the stuff, some of the other content I make is like a little too deep of a dive, but there's still a niche community out there for it.
Yeah, man.
Do you, if you post something and it doesn't reach a certain level, will you delete it, or no matter what it does, you just leave it up?
I used to, or I don't know. I know now. I know which videos are gonna do well, and I know which ones are gonna flop. And if I post a parody video, it's, even if it's like low tier, low hanging fruit, it's still usually gonna do pretty well. And then if I post a video that's any type of other content, any type of like talking or something like that, they're not going to do as well.
Like the dad song?
Which one, sorry?
Like the one you just posted about the dad, was it the dad song? Is that what it is? Sorry. Like the one when you're in the get up you're in right now, you're talking about you're welcome. I did all the work for you, and like,
so that one was like kind of a niche way to promote my new song. But yeah, I knew that one wasn't going to do very well. But I'm kind of just like trying to get my music out there too, so I'll like post a parody video sometimes to boost the numbers of the other ones. You know, is what it is. But I don't know if you guys saw, I recently did this thing where I did a contest.
Yes.
Yeah, and that one did like really well, man, and like people really kind of understood the joke, and it like, that was one thing that actually worked for me to promote my music.
What did you make? Like $8? Sorry, $2.66.
Yeah. So yeah, I did like.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm giving away my Spotify royalties for the first week of streams, and yeah, I made like $2.60 from Spotify, and then I thought of the big check idea, and I was like, oh, I got to do it. And it was expensive, man. It was like $100.
I was going to say, that check is not free.
Shit.
Yeah. So, because I had to get it laminated, and it's on like Bristol board. And it cost me like $100 plus tax. So today, I'm like, how can I use this? Because now I own this fucking thing. Today, I posted a Facebook ad marketplace thing for a novelty check presenter, as like, I'll come to your event and present a large sum of money to your daughter on her birthday or whatever. And like, people are really taking it seriously, and they're like, I can't believe someone would spend money on a service like this, and just like roasting me in the comments. And it's so fucking funny, man.
You did it as like an underlying joke, like
I really hope someone hires me and is like, yeah, no, this makes sense.
You have a bachelor party that would be fucking hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, but what am I gonna present him money for?
We raised you money for your wedding.
No, we gotta
just leave it as $2.
Ernie, you need to stew on this one for a while. Okay. Come up with a better idea.
I got some work for you.
We need to collaborate or something. We gotta check
into it.
Well, he's gonna cost you, man.
Yeah, we got you. We got thick bills coming in from our YouTube money's coming in.
YouTube, yep.
No, it's not.
Coming to roost.
Yeah.
A beer money.
Damn it! I was gonna say something and then it's just like slipped a laugh too hard. Oh my god.
$240, $2.
Yeah, so that's the natural conclusion of the check thing. I know I'm taking it too far, but I just had to like get my money's worth out of it. So,
dude, that was so funny, and then it's very clever. Like, that was what I was gonna say. Like, what gets me in the video you just posted like a couple days ago is the shoes you're wearing, and you're just like, like the whole get up is cool. But those
loafers?
The loafers, I was dying laughing. I'm like, he's wearing like rich man yacht loafers.
Dude, those loafers, like, I know it's funny in the context of the video, but I've been saving up for those. I'm getting married in a month.
Bro.
And I wanted to invest in some nice like old man type clothes. The loafers pay off in more than one way.
Okay, so. You're gonna be wearing them on the big day.
All right. Oh yeah.
When did you? I'm not asking him.
Here we go.
I'm not asking. No. I want to ask him. So like, did you just book it within the last little bit once everything settled down for you, or when did you have it booked that you were doing the wedding?
Oh, no, we're not like doing an actual wedding. We're just eloping, thankfully. Yeah. So we're getting married at City Hall and then going to Europe. But
nice.
Yeah, it was a whole nightmare. Like, two of my fiance's siblings are also getting married this summer, and they're doing bigger weddings, and like they've been both postponed for 2 years. So
yeah, I've been pushing weddings back for 3 years. I have one. Yeah, I DJ on the side, and then I have two that just got moved to. Actually, one that got moved to next year because she just got pregnant, and she was like all getting planned, and then she got pregnant, so she's doing it next year. But everything got booked. This year is booking up quick.
Yeah. Nice.
So, my dude, have you had this interaction kind of before with anybody, like a long form conversation with someone else who's like you've never even met before? Have you had this before, or is this like a first? About your content?
Like a podcast type thing,
or anything, or radio, or like billboards. I don't know.
No, this is kind of the first. I did 2 other podcasts. One was recent, and it was like his first or second episode, and this guy had been supporting me for a long time. So I told him I'd help him out. And I did another podcast pretty early on into my TikTok thing.
But you said it was pretty serious?
No, it was, my internet was really bad. And then when I listened back, it was like I sounded like an asshole because like certain words got cut off, and it was just like awkward. And then his whole shtick was that like at the end he always asks his guests to tell a story if they've ever shit their pants.
What?
And like I didn't like, I don't know, it was kind of awkward. It was funny, but also like,
what podcast is this? I need to look this up.
Oh,
we'll bleep this out.
It's literally it's literally called My Shitty Podcast.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. Don't worry. My God, what is it like a big one? I've never even heard of that one.
No.
Oh.
I don't mind. Like, I don't mind doing like anyone's podcast really. It just depends on a couple things if I vibe with it or not. But
what are the couple things? Can I ask? I want to know what your vibe. How do you vibe? What was the like? You know what? I'm gonna give this one the green light.
The shitty podcast one. It was the first time someone had ever asked me to do it, and I was just releasing a song, so I thought it'd be a really good like opportunity to talk about that. And he actually did a really deep dive on like my music and like a bunch of different projects I did in the past, and brought all that stuff up. So I appreciated that.
That was cool.
The other I've had, this fucking guy from Linktree. You know the website Linktree?
Yeah.
he emailed me like 8 times and was like, I really want to talk to you about using Linktree and like all the benefits of using Linktree, and I didn't respond to like 4 emails.
Weird.
And then I was like, but he kept referencing my songs and he was like being so personable. So then he's like, I just want to hop on a quick Zoom call to talk about Linktree. And I ended up doing it yesterday, and it was like this half-hour presentation about the app and how I can utilize it. And I really thought he was gonna, because they have a paid version of it. I thought he was gonna give me the paid version. And he's like, "Oh, we only do that for people who have 1 million followers." I'm like, "What are you asking me here for then, man? Like, I'm not gonna pay for fucking Linktree." You can also cut this out if you want, but like
no,
it was just weird.
I'm cool with it if you're cool with it. So.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird, and I was like, if you can give me the paid version for free, I'll use Linktree, but if not, I'm gonna just not use it.
Okay.
So, but other companies have reached out to me offering money and like offering products and stuff. So I'm like, cough it up, brother.
Yeah.
Are you thinking you're gonna lean into that then?
Yeah. I've always said, ever since I was 13, I'm like, where do I sign to sell out?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't give a fuck who's paying me as long as I'm getting paid. So I got
shit.
We might have to cut this out because I don't really know the legalities around the deal, but
whatever you want us to do.
I threatened Buffalo Wild Wing because they used one of my songs without permission.
Oh shit.
And yeah, I like legally threatened them. I got paid like $6,000 from that.
My dude.
I'll leave the money on there, but I'll bleep out the name for you, okay?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. I got you.
Wow.
There's been some other ones that I know for sure I can't talk about.
What a backwards way of making some money off of your music.
I know.
Hey?
And then this I did an actual jingle for this company called NZXT. They make computers. And they hired me, and I'm like, I told them right away, I was like, this concept that you have is gonna flop. No one's gonna. And then the video got like 5,000 views or something, but they paid me for that.
Yeah. Man.
And most recently, I got sent a bidet.
Okay. Like Tushy?
It was a Tushy knockoff.
Okay.
And I tried to hook it up, and it started leaking toilet water everywhere. So.
Oh shit.
Gotta delete the feature.
They were like, we'd love to see what you come up with, and I was like, hold on, I'm not gonna make a video about your thing unless you pay me. And they're like, oh, of course, don't worry about it. So
checks in the mail, I guess.
I'm trying to like make that money, man.
Good for you, man.
Some YouTubers making like 30K a video.
Yep.
So yeah, but how many views are they getting a video though? Like, are these guys that are in the millions or what?
Oh, there's this one podcast, and they do like, we spent $10,000 on Wish.ca, and like they'll get sent like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
and they're spending. So I'm thinking if they're spending 10K on a video,
probably making a couple more.
Yeah.
Man, what a wild world.
Yeah, probably like, in the millions of subscribers.
So, do you feel like, does this give you, like, are you, like, do you keep the creative juices flowing constantly? Like, you're saying you're taking a bit of a break, doing one video a week, but, like, does it make you excited and happy to be part of this whole kind of thing, or does it give you a little bit of anxiety? You're like, oh my God, how am I going to keep up? Or, like, what's your feeling like for, like, the longevity of all this? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I started it just to promote my music and, like, to kind of validate making music, and I'm always gonna do that whether my music sucks or not. It's just something I like doing. I've always like been like playing in bands and stuff, And once I got a little taste of like having a viral video, then I kind of leaned into it. But now I'm leaning back a bit just because I don't see the purpose of continually making parody songs that aren't really like serving myself in any way. If I have an idea that I think is really funny, I'll make the video, but I'm not gonna like force it just to stay relevant or something. Because there's so many people making content, man.
Yeah, but it's not always good though. Like I'm not sitting at home laughing my ass off, getting yelled at by my wife, watching a lot of other videos.
Right.
So you got to know you're doing something good though. Like it's like people have like a hard week and they like to laugh. Like that's some people say I want to have a good laugh today. You know what I mean? Like if I like that could be like a highlight of somebody's day you're making.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like I get a lot of trolls, but I get a lot of people that are in your boat of like, I appreciate the laugh and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, good.
And especially for yourself too. I'm sure there's a couple that you just watch and rewatch. Like I know we have 2 videos right now. The one of me singing to a fish. I can't believe how many views that got.
That's so funny.
And it is hilarious. And then we did this other one where it was that
we tried to make it
that
funny.
drop one that was Beyonce. Nothing. And it is, I still howl every time I watch our video.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, like, how do you know what lands? Like, it's just
our intention is just to have fun, though.
Oh, I know, but that's what I mean. I don't care if it's only got 5 views because at the end of the day, I think it's hilarious.
I don't even care if anybody listens to this podcast. I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. That's why I'm doing like other creative ventures. Like I have a radio show that I'll do once in a while, and the band and the music, like all of the TikTok stuff just validates my other creative pursuits of like,
absolutely.
If 10 million people like this, then maybe 1,000 will like my band or whatever. So that was kind of why I started stuff to begin with, out of boredom. And now I'm on the other side of the pandemic and I'm kind of just deciding like how I want to keep approaching it, because I don't really want to be a content creator for my career,
Yeah.
What kind of radio show did you do? Or are you doing?
Spotify has this thing called Music Plus Talk. Yep. And it's like, this sounds like a fucking promotion for it, but it's on Anchor. And if you sign up for it, unfortunately your show can only be on Spotify, but it allows you to insert any song that's on Spotify into your show. And then so people will do like a dissection of an album, and then like it shows up as a playlist almost when you're listening to it. So I kind of did like a college radio style show called Bungalow Show, and I'm just like, I'll pick 10 songs and do like 4 talking breaks or something like that, and talk a bit about the music, talk about what I'm up to. I've done a couple interviews on it, but it's not something I'm pushing super hard because it's a lot of work. And
it sounds really cool though. I like that.
I'm happy that they started that, because then every play on the song on your show, the artist gets a stream for it too. So it's fully integrated into Spotify.
Man, that's rad. So you got your hat. You have like a bunch of different hats you wear, man. That's so cool. Like you're not just like a one-trick pony. And like I think it was 2 weeks ago I took like a deep dive into like your music, and I was like, man, this guy's got such a Bruce Springsteen vibe. I love it. It was just very, very cool. But then also the underlying humor and everything was just over. It was cool to know that I was going to be talking to you in a couple of weeks and being like, man, this is going to be fun. So I knew this would be cool to talk to you and hear your story. And yeah, it panned out. You're a real guy. You're the real deal, man.
Yeah. Well, I went to school for radio broadcasting. So I'm always going to be making like some type of content, if you want to call it that. I'm always going to be like putting myself out there and making, whether it's music or video or, I'm always going to be out there on the internet.
Yeah, man. Well, your validation on TikTok, you're in the club, I guess, right? I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there I am.
And if you make it on the radio, you got 2 hosts that are willing to follow you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. We're here to.
You guys want to like, I don't know if you've listened to Office Hours with Tim Heidecker. It's my favorite podcast, but he's got like 2 other guys that are playing back like sound bites, kind of like the Howard Stern thing, but they like take it to a really ridiculous place. And yeah, I love that type of shit, man. It's great.
Well, that's funny. Well, yeah. Have you ever?
You need some guys pushing buttons? I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down to hang out and drink a beer and make people laugh.
I'll play music.
Fun.
Jeremy can push buttons and.
Yeah. You don't play saxophone by any chance, do you?
Actually, yeah. Do you play sax?
And I play the clarinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm looking. I'd like to perform live eventually. My original music, and I want to get like someone to play backing tracks and play saxophone and stuff.
I have the guy you need. This guy is professional. He is very, very good. Yeah. I can hook you up with him.
Yeah. I also don't want to pay anybody.
That's okay. We got beer.
He might do it for a handshake and a high five. I don't know how. I'll ask him.
I was gonna say, where are you going with that hand?
No. Hands above the equator.
Whoa.
No. He's a good guy. He's part of the DJ crew that I work for. So
it sounds like an after hours chat.
No, he's good. I'm just saying.
Okay. So I know you have your dinner thing going on this afternoon while we move things around for you. It looks like we're gonna be right on time. It's at 3:35. I want to ask you one more thing. So, how can people get a hold of your stuff? What do you got? Like, are you gonna be planning any live events? Like, obviously, people can just jump on the Instagram, the TikTok, and stuff. But like, can people get a hold of you? Send you emails? Send you like some anymore or what?
Yeah, always. I promote my email because I like when people reach out to me. It's just bungalowjonathan@gmail.com.
Okay.
But yeah, DM me. I read every DM I get on Instagram.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't. Really surprised.
I don't respond to a lot of them because sometimes like people send me really fucking weird stuff. Happens all the time, and I love that. But yeah, just send me a DM on Instagram. I've got a new song coming out later in the summer. Once I get married and once I finish all that stuff, I'll be back to it. But I think I'm gonna be taking a leisurely summer.
Yeah, enjoy it in your leisure wear you got going on right now. Like
exactly, I got the shirt for it.
You're living your best life, buddy.
And if you ever do your any more of your Music Plus talk show there, I'd be happy to sit down and talk with you about some music. I know some shit.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I do that like whenever I can. I was kind of doing the podcast like once every 2 weeks, and then I just stopped because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll get back into it eventually. It kind of just exists there. It's like 10 episodes right now.
I kind of like that you can avoid the copyright through that though, right? Like playing music, because then it's all the stuff that's owned by Spotify. I think that's brilliant.
Yep.
That's rad. Well, if you ever come to Cambridge, shoot us a line. I don't know if you had come this way. Do you come this way, or you don't?
I used to go to that antique mall all the time. I don't know if it's open still.
Yeah. No, it's not. I think it's now a condo, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoops.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah, that was up by me in Galt there.
Yeah. No, I don't come to Cambridge.
No, he's not coming anymore. Thanks a lot, City. Thanks a lot, City of Cambridge.
Way to go, fucking some people.
Yeah, let's open up an antique shop so you can come hang out with us. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'd love to grab a beer sometime. That'd be fun.
Let's do it, man.
Do you guys do in-person interviews at all?
Yeah. We just for the Pandy, we've been just kind of like we had to roll with it, right? Because usually like we had people into the studio. And people were a little bit nervous about it, and then like people would come here and just get drunk, and I'd be like, you know what, this is my house. Like, a wheelbarrow this guy out of my house. I don't even know, never even met before.
Yeah, I'm dragging.
So that's more of like a second kind of, third kind of podcast vibe if we have people come in that we know. But you're in that circle, my dude. You're in the.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys reaching out. I'm happy you're not like fucking weirdos.
Cool.
And it was fun. Yeah.
So we have one last question that we ask all our guests.
I knew it was coming.
No. That was it. No. Anyway, dude, thanks for your time. And I hope you enjoy your dinner tonight. And we'll talk when this all drops. Sure. And you take it easy.
Right,
and I hope to see.
I'm glad you guys are
a badass cartwheel.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
just want the. This is for you.
And I got one more. Okay, I promise, and this is it.
Yeah.
You waving at a guy that falls off his motorcycle.
Okay.
That dressed like Bruce.
Dressed like Bruce Springsteen.
Be like, no,
yeah.
Hey man, you sound like me. All of a sudden, smash on the ground.
That would be.
It's gonna happen. You guys took my Skype virginity.
I
had to sign up for an account just for you. So
a lot of people do. We have to push them into the Skype world. There's a couple cool options for us on it, so that's why we use it. But
yeah, good stuff.
We're not getting logistics. So.
Cherry popping.
Yep.
All right, boys.
Thanks, man. You
Of
take
course.
it easy.
Have a good one.
Yeah.